Good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. We'll start with the global news update for today. Stock rise with treasury yields on pause. Powell boosts rate cut hopes. U.S. inflation report to set the tone. Dollar dips as Powell remains cautious before CPI data. Yesterday's trading session, Nvidia led Nasdaq and S&P 500 to record high closes. China announces more short selling curves to stabilize its sliding stock market. Japan's Nikkei smashes past 42,000 mark to all-time high. Asia Pacific markets climb on tech rally and rate cut hopes. OPEC maintained its oil demand growth forecast of 2.2 million barrels per day for 2024. The cartel revised global economic growth slightly higher for this year to 2.9%, buoyed by better than expected faster performance in Brazil, Russia, India, and China, plus a rebound in the Eurozone. So that's about the global market update. So let's look at the Indian market. Indian market yesterday closed red. Nifty closed at 108.75 points negative, though it slid almost 300 points. But at the second half of the day, we saw some recovery. Almost half of it all got recovered. For today, the next level of resistance is at 24,365, followed by 24,400 level. On the downside, we can expect it to take support at 24,200, followed by 24,163 level, or could be at 24,000 being a round figure. If we look at the option chain data for the current week expiry, the support is still pretty strong at 24,000 level. Currently trading at 24,300. We could see a slide after opening until 24,200, and we can see an intermittent support. But again, after that, we have to see which side it takes a move. And so for today, the range is 24,000 and resistance is at 24,500. So Nifty is still trading in the range between 24,000 to 24,500. Bank Nifty also closed 379.50 points negative yesterday. So for today, the next level of resistance could be at 52,370 or 52,400 level, followed by 52,500. On the support side, 52,000 level could act as a strong support, followed by 51,800 level. So let's see what option it is suggesting. So Bank Nifty is still strong support at 52,000 level, and upside resistance is at 52,500. So we can expect market to be range bound and maybe ranging between these 300 points today. This 500 points between 52,000 to 52,500 level. So mid-cap Nifty, we are seeing some pullback after a long rally, and yesterday also it has slid more than 900 to 1,000 points. But then later part of the day, we saw a good recovery, and finally it closed at 156.40 points negative. And the upside resistance for mid-cap index is at 57,300, followed by 57,600 level. On the downside, the support could be at 56,500, followed by 56,300 level. In small cap index also, we are seeing a similar pattern, and we are seeing some pullback after a long rally. And yesterday, it almost slid for more than 300 points, and then it recovered towards the end of the day and finally closed at 167 points negative. So for today, the resistance could be at 18,900 or 19,011, followed by 19,100, where we are seeing a good amount of demand on the top. On the downside, we can see an 18,600 support, followed by 18,493 or 18,500 to be a support. So these are the index update. And let's look at the sectoral data. So shipbuilding and aviation, we are seeing some saturation, and shipbuilding has been one of the top performers in last 4-5 weeks. So the other sectors where we are seeing opportunities: consumer durables, capital goods, industrial gases, FMCG, logistics, construction, retail, infrastructure, mining, photographic products and plastic products, automobile ancillaries, chemicals, agriculture, IT, alcohol, healthcare. So pretty much every sector, power, electrical, textile. So every sector we are seeing some base building happening. So it's a good opportunity to invest for long term on these sectors right now. Looking at the deliveries, yesterday we saw positive delivery in textile, infrastructure, some profit booking in automobile ancillaries. Healthcare saw a positive delivery. Gas transmission also saw a positive delivery, and finance and power. So these are the few sectors where we are seeing a short-term good positive delivery being carried forward. So these are good for short-term opportunities. And so for the current week, the recommendation continues to be on large cap basket, expected returns 10%, auto stock basket, expected return 10%, and best private bank stocks, expected return 10%. Looking at the performance, the large cap is at 1.03% positive. Auto is at 1.36% positive. After yesterday, Bank Nifty slid almost 500 points. So we saw some corrections in private bank, which were positive yesterday. So it is trading at 1.65% negative PNL. So that's all about the update for today. Any questions?
Thank you, Sumanji. That's a very quick and sharp. Thank you. The question is on the 23rd July, Finance Minister coming up with a maiden budget for this government, third term of Prime Minister Modi, and a lot of expectations on that. And I'm
Yeah.
also going to Delhi before the budget next week. I do not know how much, what is the possibility of how busy the FM would be. Of
It
course,
will
if
be a busy time for them, I guess.
busy time, I don't know how well find the time to talk to her about Fingan Academy. But anyway, let's see. We have already destined to go, and we'll explore. The
Okay.
23rd, I just wanted to know, is there any new update, any expectations, what news is going around in terms of tax reforms, major tax hauls in terms of uh, either reforms in terms of reducing the tax structure or reducing the tax slabs?
There are some rumors that they might give some relief on the tax structure, but at the same time, for the investors and the traders, of course, the news that are floating around from SEBI that they are going to increase the margin or the lot size to reduce the option volume. And so that will impact all the buyers in the long term. And of course, it could be good for the sellers, and maybe the speculation will stop to a great extent. So if that happens, and around that also, since that could be a negative thing for the market, but then people are expecting that probably they might see some relief in long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain. That's the hope, but we don't know how true it is. So this is the rumor that is doing rounds in the market now.
Okay. Any questions from anyone else in the group?
No, please.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.